how's it going, everybody? Expat Stacker, and in this video we're going to be doing a 6-month review of my progress on my 2020 goals. In the description I will leave a link to the video in which I set my 2020 stacking goals. I went over my strategies and gave a pretty in-depth overview of how I saw the market at that time. It's a great video, lots of great information, and if you're new to stacking especially, you can get a look at one way that you might go about setting a kind of a stacking strategy for yourself. um, Obviously I'm not telling you guys what to do in this, I'm just using myself as an example, and you can figure out what's best for you in your situation, your circumstances. But yeah, I suggest you go check out that video. Obviously, a lot has changed since the beginning of 2020. I'm talking about the very beginning of January 2020. A lot of things have changed, but I think my overall strategy that I set at the time was one that actually worked for the way the everything kind of played out so far in 2020. My strategy was basically to start off slow and kind of see how things work out, because I could sense some volatility in the markets already going into 2020 as it was. Of course, I couldn't have predicted, everything that's happened, but regardless, I think that my strategy was a pretty good one for the way that everything worked out. So, what were my goals? Well, first of all, in not going into great detail, basically 2 ounces of gold, 58 ounces of silver, 1 ounce of platinum, and 25 ounces of copper. Again, in the video where I actually set the goals, I talk about some percentage of the 2 ounces of gold and the silver, and some percentage of it has to be premium government minted bullion, some percentage of it has to be a full ounce, not fractional, and so on. So you can go check out that video to see what the specifics are if you want to, but basically that's it. 2 ounces of gold, 58 ounces of silver, 1 ounce of platinum, and 25 ounces of copper. So let's talk about the progress that I've made so far. All right. So first of all, no copper yet. So that's an easy one. So I'm 0% of the way there on that. The reason why is just because I haven't, seen it available in the normal places where I purchase. I'm expat stacker, which means I'm not in the United States. I'm not in North America. I live in Asia, and so all the typical bullion sites online, and even local coin shops are less available to me than people living in the United States or perhaps even Europe. So the supply has been a lot more constrained than usual. So what have I been able to accumulate? Well, first of all, let's just take a look at this coin here. This is the Perth Mint Lunar Series 3 Year of the Mouse silver coin. And also here, this is the 2020 Panda. And although these coins are 2020 coins, I'm not going to be including these in my progress for 2020 because I actually purchased these in 2019, and I just put these together with just some collector coins that I have. They're not really part of my stack per se, so although these coins are 2020s, I'm not going to be including them in the 2020 progress. So, with that little statement out of the way, what have I been able to stack so far? Okay, well, the first thing I picked up actually this year was this 2018 proof 1 ounce silver coin bar from the Perth Mint. 2018 is the first year in this series, and I had the 2019 proof coin bar. Basically looks exactly the same as this, except it has the 2019 design. So this was the first thing that I picked up this year. Um, so 1 ounce of silver there. Now we're gonna break with the order that I actually picked up everything in a little bit. I just want to talk about silver first. So, and then this is the 2020 silver coin bar from the Perth Mint. Still don't have a capsule for this yet, but so this is another ounce of silver here. And then here we have a tube of 2020 American Silver Eagles. There are 7 in here right now, and I have 3 more on pre-order. So we'll just go ahead and call it 10 here. So even though I don't actually have 10 in here, we'll just call it 10 because I already ordered. They're going to be here at the beginning of July. So 10 plus 2, that's 12. So 12 of 58 ounces is about 20% of the way there. Now, with that said, I'm going to be changing my silver goal a little bit because at the beginning of the year, I actually liquidated. I had 3 of these 1 kilogram silver bars here. Now, this is a pretty well recognized bullion dealer here in Korea, but it's not very well recognized throughout the rest of the world. So I decided that I wanted to liquidate these and convert them into more well recognized bullion. So I also liquidated 2 kilograms of silver, which is a little over 64 ounces. So right now I am deciding to bump up my silver goal for the year from 58 ounces to 100 ounces. So we're going to go ahead and call this 12% progress here. These 12 ounces are going to make 12% progress. Because the premiums have been so high on American Silver Eagles, I'm going to go ahead and start adding Perth Mint kangaroos, silver kangaroos, 1 ounce kangaroos to my stack. And the reason I'm deciding to go with kangaroos over Britannias or Philharmonics or Maple Leaves or something like that is because you guys can see, especially if you've watched a lot of my other videos, I have a lot of bullion from the Perth Mint. This is Perth Mint. This is Perth Mint. This is Perth Mint. This is Perth Mint. This coin up top here in the tube here is Perth Mint. And I have a lot of other Perth Mint stuff in my stack. And to me, Perth Mint is the cream of the crop. They reign supreme when it comes to precious metals bullion. So I trust them. So that's another reason why. It fits with my stack already, and it has a more attractive price point. The premiums aren't so high. I do want to continue stacking American Silver Eagles, but because the premiums are so high right now, I'm gonna start adding kangaroos to the stack. So that's one kind of change I'm making to my stack here. All right, so next, let's go ahead and take a look at this one. Speaking of the Perth Mint, another goal I had was 1 ounce of government minted platinum, and you can see here I've achieved that goal 100%. This is a 2019 Perth Mint Platinum Dragon. I recently did a video on this, so I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I think platinum is undervalued right now, and since I achieved this goal already for this year, I'm just gonna take that as a W. Maybe I will add 1 more ounce of platinum. We'll see, but I'm not gonna make that one of my goals. I'm not gonna change that goal. This goal is accomplished for this year. Okay, so now onto gold. So recently, my most recent pickup for gold is this 2020 half ounce American Gold Eagle, which I still don't have a capsule for, but I will be picking that up relatively soon. I don't want it sliding around this flip and getting dinged up at all. So, but this is a half ounce 2020 American Gold Eagle. So that's a half ounce. My gold goal was 2 ounces for this year. And my first gold pickup earlier this year, at the same time when I picked up this silver piece, I picked up its golden counterpart here. So this is the 2020 Perth Mint gold coin bar, the Double Dragon. This is the latest iteration of their Dragon coin bar series, which I'm a huge fan of. Consider it the crown jewel of my stack, and just a stunning, just gorgeous piece. Truly captivating, truly amazing. All right, so for my gold, at 1.5 ounces, and my goal for 2020 was 2 ounces. However, when I liquidated these two 1 kilogram silver bars, I also liquidated two fractional gold pieces. One was 10 grams and the other one was 11.25 grams. I think in the unboxing video for this, I talk about that. So I liquidated those. So that is in between a half ounce and 3/4 of an ounce of generic gold bars that I liquidated. It's about 0.68 percent of 1 ounce of gold that I liquidated there. So because I liquidated that, I want to make up that amount as well. So I'm gonna add another half ounce. So 2.5 ounces is my new goal for my gold. So I'm at 1.5 ounces right now. So I have 1 more ounce of gold to go. Now, as I mentioned, I'm going to be adding silver kangaroos to my silver stack going forward because they're more affordable, and I already have a lot of Perth Mint bullion. And for my gold, since I'm planning to add 1 more ounce, usually I would love to stack 1/10 ounce American Gold Eagles. However, those are not available for me right now. So I'm going to start adding some Perth Mint gold, more Perth Mint gold to my gold stack as well, and start stacking 1/10 ounce gold kangaroo every month, and that should help me really make a lot of progress towards that new gold goal that I've set for myself. That 1/10 ounce gold kangaroo per month is just a baseline. Now I might add more. For example, maybe I'll add one more of these to the stack, or maybe I'll go for one more full ounce. But just as a baseline, every month, 1/10 ounce gold kangaroo to the stack. That should really help me towards my achieving my new goal of 2.5 ounces of gold for 2020. So, guys, that's my progress so far, and that's kind of my strategy going forward. I'm not really going to go into a really deep market analysis as I did in the beginning of the year. That's usually just for the beginning of the year. This is just kind of maintenance and letting you guys know the progress that I've made so far and how I'm doing on my goals. So I would love to hear what you guys think about this. For the copper, if and when it becomes available, I'll pull the trigger on it right away. And in fact, I might even go 50 ounces of copper because I'm pretty bullish on copper. But guys, that's my strategy. Let me know what you think. Going more towards fractional in order to make progress on the gold. Also adding more Australian Perth Mint products to the stack. Because I think that it fits with what I've accumulated so far over the years, and also because I'm here in Asia, I think that regionally I mean, it's well recognized all over the world already, but regionally it makes sense to add with my American bullion. So yeah, guys, that is my 6 month progress update on my 2020 goals. Let me know what you think about what I've acquired so far, about my strategy going forward. And before the video is over, I do want to give a shout out to one channel that I found recently on our ever growing precious metals community, and that is Loco Stacks. Really like the guy's channel. Really identify with a lot of the things that he says, and I like his stack, and I like the points that he makes, and I want you guys all to go over to Loco Stacks channel and let him know that Expat Stacker sent you over there. Alright guys, this is the Expat Stacker, and I'll catch you on the flip side.